Do you have any plans of getting married in the near future? In a recent poll, 87 out of 100 people said no, as expected. However, 13 people said either yes or are unsure, which is what inspired this video. Let's look at 3 reasons why men should avoid marriage. But before we get there, let's go over some of the reasons why some respondents said no. Many men do not want to marry, and we cannot blame them, because there are numerous reasons to avoid such an inconvenience. Here are some examples from some of the men who responded to the poll. Mr. X explained, quote, "I left the game at 18. I'm 31 now. Best decision of my life." Romeo, meanwhile, said he suffered because he didn't have the 3 sixes. 6 feet tall, 6-pack, and 6 figures. Another guy stated that he has yet to find someone who brings enough to the table to make it worthwhile. One more person said no because he is pursuing ultimate freedom and is serious about it. You may have been there and suffered too. Met girls who didn't bring enough to the table. Girls who told you that you weren't enough because you weren't making enough money at the time. Marriage made sense a few centuries ago because of lower life expectancy and deeply ingrained traditional values. Men acted like men and had higher testosterone levels, whereas women acted as women and desired to have children. That's not the norm, but rather the exception. Marriage may make sense in some countries in Eastern Europe, the Arab world, and Latin America because women are not as, quote, contaminated with postmodern feminist ideas. They genuinely want to bring life into the world. Sure, masculinity exists there, but if you're not fortunate enough to live there and find a wife, my advice is straightforward. Given the current situation of the world, do not marry. And allow me to give you 3 reasons why you should continue to be single. The first reason is that the government will favor her. Shared custody favors women. Fathers end up seeing their children far too little. Worse, the woman keeps the house, the car, whatever properties, and possibly a portion of the man's money. As a result, the man is now forced to provide financial support for his children as well as his ex-wife. This is the legal situation. Political propaganda, on the other hand, does not fall short. Toxic masculinity, male entitlement, and the gender disparity. These are fabricated ideas used by the media to program women and even men. As a result, women feel empowered, while men feel guilty. Look, the government wants inadequate, obedient men and is working hard to kill men's potential. If you avoid marriage, you will undoubtedly keep it yourself. The second reason is statistics. Here's some interesting information to think about. According to divorce lawyers, approximately 41% of first marriages, 60% of second marriages, and 73% of third marriages in the United States end in divorce. Dancers, bartenders, and massage therapists, unsurprisingly, have the highest divorce rates. The trends are unmistakable, so it's still surprising that many people regard marriage as a secure way of safeguarding a relationship. In addition, the higher the body count of the woman you end up marrying, the more likely the marriage will end in divorce. Pair bonding is becoming obsolete. In fact, it is common to hear that the marriage ends up killing spontaneity. Sex is almost non-existent. The couple becomes stuck. It's as if the passion and pleasure are extremely difficult to sustain. So, choosing to stay single and uncomplicated appears to be the better option. Furthermore, given that women typically have a backup plan, i.e. another man in case you fail to meet her expectations, it appears that there is no better option. The third and final reason is that there are rules and expectations. What does that mean? When you think of marriage, you may envision a luxurious wedding, honeymoon, children, and their early life experiences, family events, and so on. People start talking about how stingy you are if you choose to invest $20,000 in something other than a perfect wedding. Yes, the average cost of a wedding is $20,000, and chances are you're going to want to keep it under that amount and either invest or save money. At the end of the day, we are urged to normally unhealthy habits and traditions. Just stay home and keep away from her. What about the children's education? Imagine arguing with your wife about the value system and the principle you want to instill into your children. If she does not agree with you, that's all there is to it. I hope you find all these reasons beneficial. Finally, you make the best decision for yourself. Don't let anyone tell you what happiness is. Allow others to do their thing. While you remain patient and quiet, no matter how many people around you get married, do not interpret this as a sign that you should follow in their footsteps. You can carve your own path, and for the time being, singlehood benefits you the most as a man. So get out there and create your own life. If you want to keep your freedom, please avoid the paperwork and the consequences of signing a contract that could literally ruin your life. Thanks for watching. If you like our stuff, subscribe for more motivational content. See you in the next video of The Generous.